everybody, I'm Huey Lewis. Stand by for the news.
Wow. When Michael Douglas won his Oscar in a 1987 hit for the movie Wall Street, the word was greed. But over 20 years later, Wall Street has changed a whole bunch.
So when director Oliver Stone tried to tap into the current state of Wall Street, he went to real-life bankers like Thomas Belesis.
31% off the 52-week high, and it's part owned and funded by none other than guess who? Churchill Schwartz. So we know they won't let anything too bad happen here. My suggestion is that we get aggressive. Agreed?
We all agree? I just don't think it's a risk our debt should be taken right now, that's all. I'd wait.
Wait? Yeah. Wait for what? Your beam me up Scotty hydrogen fusion deal?
Well, now you're talking about something else. United Fusion Corporation, Stan. Come on, it's apples and oranges.
And joining us now is Thomas Belesis, CEO of investment banking firm John Thomas Financial, who you just saw playing a Wall Street chief in the new film, Wall Street Money Never Sleeps. Now you're into acting, too.
Well, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning.
Tom, how did this all come down?
Well, back last year when Oliver was researching for
Oliver Stone
for
name dropper
for trading firms, he was recommended to come see me because he was looking for like the look and feel of what a real trading firm to this day looks like. And when he came to my office, he was very impressed. So besides liking what he saw, he offered me a role in the film, which I gladly accepted.
Of course. One of the opening scenes of the film, when Michael Douglas gets out of prison,
yes.
He's given his personal effects back, and the last thing is a portable phone, and it's that Motorola brick like this. Back then in '87, that was quite exotic. Fast forward to today, it's not about the little phone, which wasn't so little after all. It's about the internet.
It is. I mean, the biggest difference now is the flow of information. Back then, as you saw, the infamous portable phone that Gecko had was like cutting-edge technology. Now it's like ancient. Now we have a device that's 1/10 the size that flows all the information so quickly.
How do you get it? How did you sell this? How is this story told? Is it told in a way that told, honestly, what happened, of some of the dishonesty that went on there, but yet not go over people's heads?
Well, the one thing everyone should remember, it's not a documentary on Wall Street. It's just a great, entertaining story. You combine that with a cast like Shia LaBeouf, Josh Brolin, Michael Douglas, reprising his, role back as Gordon Gecko, Frank Langella, and you have the backdrop of the economic meltdown. It just makes great for a story for everyone to go see.
So if you say that it's not a documentary, then we don't see what really happened on Wall Street, because a lot of people have had a lot of problems with government intervention now,
sure.
And financial reform, and government sticking its nose kind of in business where maybe it shouldn't be.
And big bonuses, correct,
So if it's not a documentary, does it touch on anything about that, about how the market really crumbled?
Well, what it touches on is the fact that a few of these banks, like Goldman Sachs, Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers, put these crazy derivative products together that basically almost collapsed the greatest financial system of our time. And Oliver put a great story behind that because, he villainizes those that should be villainized, right? Like the big firms like Goldman, Lehman, and Bear Stearns. We combined it with a family drama like Shia and Winnie, Gordon's daughter. It's just an unbelievable story.
Right, and so are you. At 35 years old, you jump into acting. There's no doubt about it. You're going to resign from your job and go right into this business. Why don't you make the announcement right now? Look how natural you are in front of that flat screen, walking around.
Three-pick deal.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
But here's the other thing about what happened on Wall Street. It really didn't happen in Washington, did it? Wall Street was kind of doing their own thing. You mentioned about Lehman, about Goldman.
Sure.
How is Washington, to their defense, supposed to know the inner workings of these huge corporations?
Well, I think this started way before, the collapse. And I think Washington had an interference because, they were giving these mortgages out to everyone who had no income. You would go to the bank, and the bank would give you money and a mortgage on top of that to people who couldn't afford these mortgages. So, this was, an overall cause over time, not overnight.
But I just don't understand, when you guys went out for drinks at the end of the night, did you ever look at each other and go, this is going to explode one day?
Absolutely.
So
you did? Because people testified on Capitol Hill that they had no idea that was going to happen.
Well, I think it's more of a cover-up, you
Sure.
know. So, to me, I believe that everyone had some insight. You had people that were betting to the downside in a very big way before this happened. So, people profited big time from this collapse.
But that was then, and this is now. So, obviously, Wall Street has learned from their mistakes.
Please.
Has
anything changed?
It has. The financial reform was necessary. You cannot give banks the ability to leverage conservative client assets. It just can't happen.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you give all that leverage to people who are dangerous with it, we're going to have another disaster like we had.
Sure. Of course, the movie is made by the parent company of this news channel,
Yes, it
20th
is.
Century Fox. I know guys down on Wall Street who have the slogan from Gordon Gekko, "Greed is good," on their desk.
They do.
How many people down on Wall Street is he a hero to?
I mean, he's an iconic figure. I mean, everyone in a movie likes a villain. So, I mean, back in the day with his role as Gordon Gekko and the greed is good mantra, some people got into the industry because of that. So there are people down there that do view Gordon Gekko, as an iconic figure. No
Congratulations, movie
Thank
star.
you very much. Thank you guys very
Good
much.
job.
Great to
Thank
meet you,
very
Thomas
much. Same
Belesis,
here.
CEO of John Thomas Financial, in his real life.
And Oliver Stone's new best friend.
Thank you.